Okay, so you remember in our previous tutorial that I managed to get a background and a bee to be on the screen, but it doesn't actually do anything. So if we watch, run, there's just a random bee on our screen. Now, if we go back by pressing this arrow, we want to actually be able to control him now. But what you can have in your script is like a game loop that you're always using. So if I go to add new event, we've got the game loop, which is always running, but there's a number of events here. So for example, if you shook your phone, it's going to do something, but obviously we're not using a phone for this. But you've got like the phone face up, phone face down. So it's actually using what happens. You got whether the camera button is pressed. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to just have the game loop, which is for what it's always looking for. So we're going to use something called an if statement here, and an if statement is used to check if something is true or false, and then based on this it's going to do what you ask it to do. So if, okay, so I'm checking if, alright, so you click on that and I'll just remove that so you can see that again. I've just typed in if and clicked on the condition on the left, and it tells me if then else, so it kind of sets it up for you. So I'm going to say if data, I'm going to choose the board, alright, and you can say if the board is touched, so let's look for that. There we go, so the board's been touched. Then what do I want to happen? So whenever the board's touched, I want the bumblebee to follow my finger left and right. So what I can say is my character, my bee character, okay, I can set X, so let's look for that. Set X, so X is, remember, the value on the screen when you're going left and right. What I can do is say, set X to board, because where the finger is on the board, and I can say touch current, because it checks where my finger is on the screen, and then I can set it to X, so wherever my finger is on the screen it's going to store that in the value of X. But like I said before, we need to update it on the screen. So watch, I'm going to say board, click on board, and then if I go on update on wall, I now have a character that I can move around the screen with my finger. So if this was tested on a mobile phone, you'd be able to see this. So watch. I can now go left and right. So it's a bit of a fun game where you can actually control the character. Now if I wanted to, so I'll go back. Alright. I could do, let's have a look. Set Y. So watch, set Y. Let's undo that, sorry. B character, set. So what I could do is set Y. So let's look, set Y. Current, okay. Y. So let's have a look now. So I can go up and down as well. So you can see the difference between Y and X, and that might be a good starting point to use with students if you were teaching them programming as well. On the next video tutorial, I'll show you what you can do so if it overlaps another character. So I hope that one's been useful.